I'm Michelle Saltz from Calgary, Alberta, 29 years old, above the knee amputee. I lost my leg on June 27th, 2011, and motorcycle accident, lost control, hit a guardrail, severed it almost completely off. Losing my leg was tough. I've definitely had my moments where I have lost most of my confidence. You know, I find that this world can be somewhat shallow and that people just maybe aren't as understanding as they could be, and it's definitely been tough having to give up heels and just give up really a lot of things like wearing skirts. You know, as a female, we definitely take pride in being able to wear heels and our skinny jeans and our dresses, our short skirts, and rock our legs, and losing that leg and the option to be able to do that is tough. Legs are definitely considered more of a feature that men and most people will notice on a female more so than on a male, and there's nothing sexier than long legs. I made the best of my situation after my accident, and I didn't let the confidence that I had lost really change who I was as a person, and I set goals, big goals, and pushed myself to fulfill those goals, and that's what I've done. And yeah, it's changed in a lot of really great ways, especially if you look at who I was beforehand as a fitness model. I was somewhat superficial and shallow, and I wasn't that compassionate, understanding person to people with disabilities at the end of the day. So it was almost like it was a blessing in disguise, like an aha moment. I am now that person living with a restriction, and I can't be judgmental. Who am I to be judgmental now? And it's pretty cool the change that has happened since losing my leg. I had discovered the ALLELES through a friend, JP, who had modeled for them, and figured this is something I want to be a part of, and definitely wanted to try out the covers, so I did exactly that, and yeah, they were keen on seeing how we could work together. It makes me somewhat emotional to think of the change that the ALLELES covers have had on my life. Again, as a female, we take pride in being able to wear heels and wear those skirts and show off our legs, and I didn't ever think that I was going to be able to do that again, and I wasn't sure. I knew that there was options out there for amputees, but I wasn't sure if I was ever going to be able to afford those options, or I had just kind of given up on feeling like a female again, and I was happy with my Vans and my flip-flops, and that was it. So to feel confident again and to feel sexy again is a pretty incredible feeling, especially being able to wear heels even if it's just for the photo shoot. I can still look back at that photo shoot and be like, all right, I rocked them and I looked good and I looked pretty feminine.